Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
Gigi Cupid. Whether for friends, serious relationships, or marriage, there's a new website that matches love online. Sign up for free at ggcupid.com, the perfect matchmaker.
Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
Hello, you guys, and welcome to another episode of All Things Beauty. Today we are on episode 87, and we have with us today the one and only Gigi Cupid of the online dating site. But before we can introduce them, we want to know what's on your lips today, girl.
Hey everybody. Haley James in the building again. And I am wearing Desert Suede by Dose of Colors, and it's a liquid matte. Actually, I like Dose of Colors because it's not very drying. You know how liquid mattes can be very drying.
Really good.
And well, I will have to say I mix it a little bit with chestnut and mahogany from MAC, some lip liner pencils, and I use a lip liner brush to kind of give it an ombre look. But yeah, this is like my favorite nude right now of the season. So Dose of Colors, check it out. They're good.
I really like that. I want to try it. I see it on Instagram, and I'm kind of like...
It's legit. It's legit.
You know. Gotta stay away from Instagram shopping.
I know.
But today, I am wearing Anastasia. This one is the Rosewood, and I really like it. It's the matte lipstick as well. Thank you. I like this one. It's a really nice red. It's not too much red, but it's there.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it gives you almost like this burnt orange ember. It's very fall. It's perfect for the fall, perfect for the cooler weather. So I like that. I'm going to go check that out.
Thank you. Yes, check this out. And what do you have on your lips today?
Hello, everybody. I'm Casey Cook, and today I'm wearing Max. And of all things, it's called Metallic and Lust.
I like it.
So I like it. It's got a little shine to it, and it feels great and smooth on my lips.
Looks good. I like it.
Thank you.
I love MAC lipsticks.
Me too. It's hard to,
Yeah. You know, I was, and this is neither here or there, but I was still that girl. It's like, I'm going to pay $20 for a lipstick until I bought my first one.
Yeah.
I haven't turned away since.
Yeah. And there's so many other, lipstick companies out. And I like to try things, but you can never go wrong with a MAC lipstick. I mean, it's just going to, it's going to give you what you want every time. It's going to last a long time. You just can't go wrong.
Very true. Alrighty, you guys. So we'll get into a little bit of an introduction. So we would like for you all to tell us about Gigi Cupid, how you guys got started, introduce yourself to the viewers. Let's just hear a little bit from you all.
Yes, my name is Andrew Banks, and I wanted to talk about the Gigi Cupid dating site. It's an international dating site, local and international, to where you can find true love. What we try to do is not make it an actual dating site, but an actual matchmaker, to where you can find your matchmaker in heaven. We have started Gigi Cupid for 15 years now, and we actually have testimonies on the actual dating site that shows how people have actually met people in true love from far across the country and stuff. So started for 15 years. And like I said, Gigi Cupid is not an actual dating site, but it's actually a matchmaker site to where you can find true, genuine love.
Wow. So when you say matchmaker site, you may get into this, but does everyone set up a profile and they have their preferences and what they like, don't like, and then you kind of start matching people based on that?
Yes, we
Okay.
match them based
Okay.
upon their compatibilities as far as likes and dislikes.
Okay.
And what we do and what makes us different is what we want to prevent fraudulent and scammers as far as being on the site. So what we do is whenever you register for free, that we do a 24-hour activation period where we overlook the site before we actually activate it. So that's where we can eliminate the scammers from actually getting into the site because we want it to be true, genuine love.
Right. Okay.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
That's interesting.
And we
Yes.
believe that good quality people still do exist, that there's good men looking for good women. Our site is based on people that are actually looking for their forever love, not just a one-night stand.
right.
Oh, so this is not a Tinder, you guys.
It's not a booty
Listen
call
up.
situation, y'all.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're looking for a hookup, you might need to look for a different watering hole.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
But yes, to reiterate from what she's saying, we want to have people that have morals and family values that are actually trying to look for true, genuine love. And I know that there are a lot of people out there, and that love cannot just always be right around the corner. That sometimes it can
Yeah.
be long distance.
Yeah, for sure.
But to at least try to find that
Right.
true, genuine love. So that's what we try to emphasize as far as with morals and stuff like that. So.
Okay, got you. So I know you mentioned that it's not a dating site, it's a matchmaking site.
Yes.
So if I wanted to get onto the site, what are like some of the stipulations that you have to go through in order for me to find that perfect match? Like, what do I have to give you guys to
What
find my
it
person?
is you register for free on the dating site, and that allows you to look at other profiles to find who you're interested in.
Okay.
And then what we do is we have 3 different plans to where there's a bronze and a silver and a gold, and that once you link into either one of them, that starts your actually endless possibility to find your true match and
Okay.
stuff like that. That we want to reiterate to be sure to have your pictures. So and then that it is actually you, and that so then the person can actually see who they like, and then actually start the
Gotcha.
conversation. But
Gotcha.
what we do is we try to find the people as far as their compatibility, and then try to match them up as far as that also.
By filling out your questionnaire. And
Yes, once you fill out,
Gotcha.
questions.
yes.
So it's very detailed.
Yes,
Okay.
that once you fill out the questionnaires and to
Okay.
be able to tell a little bit about yourself and what it is that you're looking for, so then you could actually find someone who is really more compatible with you, which we
Gotcha.
try to do that also.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you mentioned you've been operating or in business for 15 years. Tell us a little bit about how online dating has changed in the last 15 years. I know probably when you
sure.
first started, it still was kind of taboo or just
Yes.
kind of, people didn't want to do that. So how has it changed over the last 15 years as far as people getting more interested?
As far as how has it changed, it's changed because society has changed. It's not
Very
like
true.
old-fashioned values
Yeah.
of when we were
Yeah.
going on first dates
Yeah.
as far as our family members, our parents and stuff. So with the social media, that's usually the best way in trying to find someone
Yeah,
without
for
having
sure.
to go to bars and go to places to where you're maybe not searching for that person that has the same interests.
Right.
So that's where I would want to express, to go on to www.ggcupid.com, because if you're showing your interest and then you see the other person's interest, then that actually starts the compatibility process right there. and then it makes it a lot easier than, like I said, having to go to bars.
Right.
Maybe you don't have the time to really
Right.
go out
Yeah.
to those places, and so it would make it a lot easier. And then as far as, because the society has changed and kind of has made it that way with the social media apps and the things that we have.
Yeah.
But what we want to make it different is the fraudulent scammers. We want to prevent that, as well as sexual indentations and stuff like
Very
that.
true.
That we want to make our dating site or matchmaking site different from all the others as far
Right.
as that. Yes, for sure.
No, I agree with that. That's very true. It has changed so much over time. Because, I think about 15 years ago,
Yeah.
people were probably not even interested in the internet, nonetheless, meeting someone
Right.
on the internet. But now, it's typical. You meet someone
Yeah.
or you talk to someone and it's kind of like, oh, yeah, we met over like Instagram, or we met on Match.com, or we met on GigiCupid.com.
Yes.
So it's very
Yeah.
like just the norm these days
It
to
really
do
is.
that.
Yes.
But I do have a question because I'm still more of I want to go out and meet people. So I want to
Yes.
know, what are the advantages to dating online?
The advantages of dating online is that, like I said, if you don't have the time to go out, or if you're not, like a social butterfly, and you are kind of like more of a homebody, that it allows you to have the time on your own time, not necessarily even if you're a social butterfly or not, that whenever you have that downtime, that you're able to see if you have that compatibility as far as going online, just to actually see, because then you never know if you don't try.
Yeah.
It's true.
And I've recently read that 1 out of 5 relationships do start with a dating site or meeting someone online. So I believe that it starts with a high quality site.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
I definitely agree, because there's a big difference in between shooting your shot in the DMs,
Yes.
which is on Instagram, and actually having a profile where this person has the qualities that you're looking for. Because everybody can talk to you on social media.
Yes.
There's
That's
a block
true.
button,
Yes.
but nonetheless, anybody can contact you on social media.
Right.
But on dating sites, it does get very specific. So I think that is a very big advantage.
Yeah.
However, we're going to get into this portion of the show being sponsored by Gigi Cupid. Now, there is a new website that matches love online. GigiCupid.com leads you to a relationship that lasts a lifetime. Whether for friends, serious relationships, or marriage, simply join beautiful people worldwide. Sign up for free at www.gigcupid.com. The perfect matchmaker, you guys. Check them out. So we were talking a little bit about, the differences in between getting hit on like a social media site versus actually being on a dating or a match website like Gigi Cupid, and what were the advantages. So what I would like to know is, because there's so many different matching sites, dating sites, what makes Gigi Cupid different?
What makes Gigi Cupid different, like I said, is we want to get rid of the fraudulent activity, as well as the scammers. Like there's people that do identity theft and stuff like that. So we want to prevent those people from getting on a dating site, as well as we want people that have true moral values and that is actually seeking true, genuine love.
Yes, people that are looking for true love and a quality long-term relationship, not
Yes.
just a fling or a,
Right.
Yes,
one
and
night
as
stand.
well as any sexual indentations and stuff like that, we try to do away with. We do not want that on the dating site. That we want to be able to have a clean dating site where people could actually find true love. So I'm going to say those 3 things are the difference, as well as we don't want it to be a dating site. We want it to be a matchmaker site. So definitely.
So when you mention, cutting back on the sexual, inappropriate sexual indentations and things like that, how do you filter those things? I mean, I'm guessing, do you?
Yes.
Yeah, how do you filter those things?
We could actually oversee those things.
Okay. Oh,
and
okay.
that once those things start to exist,
Mm-hmm.
that we go ahead and get rid of those members.
On the
so then-
profiles.
because
Okay.
we, like I said, we want to reiterate that not a dating site, a matchmaking site, to where we want to get rid of the fraudulent activity as far as, just weirdos, people just trying, like you said, just
Right.
to try to find a hookup. No, we want it to actually be a love matchmaking site for
Right.
sure.
So what would you say your age range of your users tend to be? Obviously probably millennials are using it, but just in general, who's using your site?
In general, it's pretty much 18 on up to as far as you can go. Because
Okay.
we have the testimonies that are actually on the dating site, and I know 3, maybe even 4 people that has actually met people on this dating site or matchmaking site to where they found true, genuine love. Yes, that the one person was here in America finding a one person in the Philippines, and then they find true, genuine love, and then they're married for the rest of their lives and
Right.
happy forever. So,
Right.
So, what are the stats on people finding love
yeah.
on your site, getting married, carrying on with a life? How typical is that?
It is very, very typical because, like I said, once you actually try and actually put the effort of finding the person, then once you start to communicate, then you find a true connection. So the percentage of our dating site would be, probably like 60% of people actually finding, true, genuine love and happiness as far as leading to marriage with
Okay.
moral values and stuff like that. So.
That's awesome. There's a lot of people that actually get married from matching sites and dating sites these
Yes,
days.
it does happen.
Yeah.
Believe me, like I said, I know about 4 different from what I've seen as far as being online and finding true, genuine love. And you've said that also, right, Casey?
And what makes us stand out also is that we do believe that people are actually looking for long-term commitments.
Yes.
I've learned from my experience, a lot of times people aren't really looking for that commitment. They're just wanting to go out and have dinner and have a good time. So with our site, we do emphasize a long-term relationship that might last forever.
All right.
So with that, because I know you guys put a lot of emphasis on keeping track of who's on the site, do you ever interact with the people before they actually have matches that are
No,
with
we
them?
just let them, once the match happens, we don't ever intervene or anything.
Okay,
There's
I
no
see.
need to really. What we'll do is, we'll say, hey, that maybe this person would be a good interest. And so we try to, put those out there as far as possibilities, as far as this person from their compatibilities of what their likes and dislikes are.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering, it's a general question to see
Yes.
if you all ever get to interact with the people and their testimonies as
Oh
far
yes,
as how their
actually,
experience is going.
we do have some interaction with some of the people and their marriages as far as their testimonies
success
on
stories.
there.
I see,
So
I
we
see.
do have we do find out once they come
Okay.
back to us, but we don't really know if it actually doesn't happen. If it doesn't happen or not, unless they come to us,
see,
and then
I see,
once they've
okay.
come to us, because we actually have their testimonies on there. So if you go to the www.ggcupid.com, that you would see the testimonies and their actual true testimonies. Yes.
I see. Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it
really
is.
awesome.
It's really neat.
So, for all of the people out there on Facebook, we love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we hope that you are listening in on what we have to say as far as going onto the website and checking it out. Facebook Live, we ask that you subscribe to our show on all major platforms, including iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. Review our show in iTunes with constructive feedback. Share this Facebook Live post and the entire show with your family and friends. Donate to our mission to bring enriched and inspiring content each and every week. You can donate at www.thespirit.tv/donate. All right. And for you guys who may just be tuning in, again, we have Gigi Cupid of our online matching site with us today, giving us a little bit of insight about online dating. And with that being said, we were talking a little bit earlier about how it may have been a little bit taboo. So what I do want to know is, what are some of the misconceptions of online dating?
Misconceptions of online dating is the fraudulent people that deter from people finding true love. That the misconceptions are people that are not real that you're actually talking to. And so, like I said, we want to eliminate that to where, who it is on that profile is who it is, and that you can actually, if they respond, that you can actually have a match made in heaven and stuff. So the determinants are the fraudulent people as well as sexual indentation, and then we try to eliminate that as far as those are the bad points of what of a site like that can be. Yes.
I see. Okay.
I know one of the things that was kind of a concern maybe years ago, it's getting better now, is safety. So, people, clearly, obviously you're talking to people, seem like you're making a good match. You've agreed to go to a bar, to a Starbucks or whatever, but there's still like this concern about, okay, is this person really who he or she says they are? So what are some tips that you have from a safety standpoint
From
when
a
people are
safety
dating?
standpoint, for a lady, it's a lot harder than it is for a guy because you got to be really careful and really safe. And that I would say, like, the things is to really make sure before you actually meet that person, that asks, questions and kind of throw them for a loop as far as, where do you actually live and, what's around those places, or, hey, go in front of your house where you've told me where your address is and take a picture and stuff like that. So then you make sure that before you actually go on that date that, you feel comfortable. And, and that's one of another determinant about online dating is, that, you don't really know who it is that you might meet. But I would say just really, really go with a fine-tooth comb and stuff, and that really check thoroughly to make sure that the person is legit by, just picking their brain and stuff like that. So.
Right.
And for me personally, what I like to do is I like to, with everyone being on social media this day and age, I mean, everyone has a Facebook, they have a LinkedIn, they have an Instagram. So if you're telling me you're someone and you're giving me your name, but I can't find you when I'm Googling your name, maybe you really don't exist.
Right.
So for me personally, when I go on to someone's Facebook, and whether or not we decide to, be friends, you can go on and see kind of a quality of a person by what they post and their pictures. And, you can tell a lot by a person just through social media.
Yeah, that's very true. I'll even add, because my husband and I, we knew each other existed, but we reconnected on Facebook.
Yes.
So we had talked maybe for a couple of weeks or so, and then when we decided to meet up, one of the things that we made sure to do was, at the time I was living in Katy, he was living in Humble, so we met in the middle at a restaurant in Tomball, kind of in the middle. And so that was obviously a public place. And I also told my friends, I was like, hey, I'm meeting, he's my husband now, but I'm meeting him at this place at this time. This is where we're going. So that's another a tip I would offer too, just because that worked for me, is make sure you're always in a public place. Make sure someone knows where you are. And I've even had friends go the extra mile and have someone kind of go there too. And then they'll send a text maybe in the middle of the day, like, hey, this is good, you can leave. Or, hey, this is not good, call me and say, somebody's sick or something. So I don't know, just, like I said, that worked for me and works for people that I know. But it's an extra layer of security maybe that you can have when you're going on your first date.
And for me personally, I share my location with my closest friends and family. And I'll shoot over a picture and say, okay, this is where I'm going to be, and this is who I'm meeting, and I always follow up later with a text and say, I'm home safe. But that's an extra security guideline.
For for sure.
Comes in
And
handy.
another thing I wanted to reiterate to what she's saying is like, yeah, that you do kind of do some checking on your own to where, like on
Yeah.
Facebook, like you said, as well as if you call the person and they don't ever answer, then you kind of know that, hey,
Yeah.
wait a minute, something ain't right, and they're saying my phone doesn't work or
Right.
something like that. Then you actually need to move on. But with our matchmaking site, that we prevent those kind of things, so you would not have that problem to where you could find true, genuine love.
Right.
I think some of the key things is definitely letting somebody know where you are, but why don't not see them before you actually meet? Because you can take a picture, you can do a video
FaceTime,
chat.
yeah.
There's web chats.
Yes.
Computers are built
Yeah.
with web chats in them, so it's so easy for you to easily just see who this person is before you meet them.
Yes.
But I mean, I don't know. I guess it's different aspects of that because even when you meet someone just at a bar, you don't know that they're
Yeah,
safe.
that's
That's true.
That is
You know,
true.
just because you've seen them, it's like,
Yeah,
oh, this
so
person
it's the
is actually
same kind
them.
of similarity
You know,
Yeah.
as far as, but with the matchmaking site
Yeah.
that you actually communicated before you actually met
yeah.
to really kind of get to that point versus meeting someone at a bar that you really don't know and
Yeah,
you know, and
for
it
sure.
could be, you know, you never know what could happen and stuff like that. So that
Yeah.
is true.
It's very true.
Right.
I think you just run risk when you don't
You do.
know people and you are of opposite sex.
Yeah.
When you're trying to get to know someone, there's
Yeah.
always a risk that this person could be a lunatic or not who they
Right.
say that
Or you
they
don't know their
are, you know?
past.
You have
Pastor.
to take a risk in order to
Yeah.
really find out, but to be careful about it and you know, cover all bases before you
Right.
get to that point and stuff like
sure.
that. I would definitely want to reiterate. Yes.
Yeah, for sure,
Right.
for sure.
Okay, well, with that, this portion of the show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We are committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable, but Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness at 713-789-8680. So yeah, we've been talking a lot about safety. We've been talking about kind of killing some of the misconceptions that are out there about online dating. And I think what's really interesting, and I'm definitely an avid social media person, but it's so interesting to find the number of people who are like 40, 45 and up now
Yes.
using the dating sites. I mean,
Yes.
obviously the millennials and the younger folks are going to be
Yes.
into it, but have you seen a spike in the
Yes,
45 and
there
up
is
crowd?
definitely, and I'm glad that you have mentioned that. There is definitely a spike in 40-year-olds on up to find true happiness because, you know, depending on their situation or whatever, that they don't want to be alone, and that so they're really, really searching and really, and then now with, you know, all the other dating sites as well as our matchmaking site, that it gives them more of an opportunity. So I think that because like you said, you got to, you know, kind of go out there and take a risk
Right.
in order to, so I do. Yes, you are correct as far as older people finding true love. You know, maybe it could be a younger woman that, you know, what it is that they're looking for and, you know, to find true happiness or yes, but it is an older crowd that is actually looking more
on there.
for their soulmate and so and not only that, but a lot of people not necessarily here in just United States that, you know, maybe, you know, because we are international to where, you know, you could find someone in the Philippines or in Mexico or you know, in Europe or Paris or so, you know, like if it was that dream girl that you were always wanting to then they had that opportunity. And I think with the older people, I think that they kind of do that a little bit more because now, like you said, from 15 years ago when we first started till now, it's more prevalent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You've mentioned a couple times about being international. So what percentage of your customers or clients or folks on your site would you
most
say?
of our international is in the Asian area.
Okay.
So in Asian Philippines and stuff like that. But yeah, we're pretty much all around So, but primarily in the Philippines and
Okay.
that area.
Okay.
And then working into the Europe area and stuff. So, but once you get on there, you'll kind of see what, we do have Russian and stuff like that. So, but basically in the Asian area.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big market
It
out
is.
in Asia. Do the people that are international, do they typically stay locally dating with people, or is it
International,
more-
usually the people internationally that like in Asia and stuff, they're do date among locals if they want, but a lot of them are actually seeking, like an American person or not just an American, but from another culture, because it's all about different cultures now,
Right.
and
Yeah.
and so. No, not necessarily. They're looking for with that out of their country and
Right.
stuff. So a lot of them are actually wanting that. Yes, for sure.
I see.
Right.
That's
really
a very
interesting.
interesting
I know.
topic.
It is. It's a big market, and you would be surprised as far as the type of good-hearted people that are in that region and stuff like that. That
Right.
you could really find happiness, and then it's not just a guy meeting a girl; it's the girl meeting a guy. And what I want to emphasize is that www.ggcupid.com. It's a good guy finding a good girl. So that's where the whole Gigi
Gigi. Okay.
comes in.
Oh, I
Good
see.
guy finding a good girl.
That's cute.
That's
Wanting to
awesome.
meet
Yeah.
a good girl. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
And
So
they
that's
still
where
exist.
the Gigi, yes, which is still exists, which that's what Gigi Cupid, the Gigi stands for.
That's cute.
Yeah, that
Yes.
is.
Okay.
It's very catchy too.
It is catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
So we talked about how there are other dating sites out there. I know I've had some friends that have done online dating sites, and there's a free portion, and they didn't have the best luck with the free portion for whatever
Yes.
reason. But then when
Yeah.
they started going into the tiers, they had better luck. So
Yes.
could you speak to why that is? I mean,
Well, see, with the free sites that are out there, anything goes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what I was saying as far as fraudulent scammers, people that you don't know that are trying to do whatever it is they're trying to do is basically just a waste of time. So that's what makes it different. Our matchmaking site different from those other free dating sites, because once those scammers and fake fraudulent people get into the site, it basically corrupts it, and it makes it not good anymore. So that's why whenever they go on to sign up, we give the 24-hour activation to where we overlook to make sure that this person is legit, and then we actually activate them. So, and then like I said, if there's any sexual indentation and stuff like that later on, or any weird stuff, that we will delete them from the site, because we don't want that. We want people with morals and that are looking for true love and happiness. And Gigi Cupid, www.ggcupid.com is a matchmaker from heaven,
Right.
for sure. So
okay.
So I wanted to ask, as you go back to mentioning the fraudulent people, how exactly do you weed them out without them actually putting something that's inappropriate, or someone maybe spamming them? What type of questions are aligned for you to find out if this
yes.
person is serious?
Well, what they do is obviously when you go on to the site, that you have to give certain information, and based upon that certain information is where we determine like if this person is legit or not, and then we do a little bit of research just to make sure before we actually activate it.
Yeah.
So.
So you're researching things
Yeah.
like their address, like I'm guessing
Yes,
you're
and
asking
we're
for their
making sure
address,
that
employment.
some of the information on there that is legit, because she was saying that on Facebook to look up, and if those things are not adding up or clicking up, then it doesn't. It's not going to be legit.
Okay,
So
I see.
Right.
'Cause I was thinking more of a background aspect, like maybe
Yes.
You know, we don't know in their past life they may have done.
Yes,
such
no,
such,
and that's
so
what we
how
could
do we
do
figure
also
this
is
out?
that with the name and the information given, that we could do a quick background check
Okay,
just to
okay.
make sure. And that is another thing that we do just to make sure
Yeah.
before we activate the person, because we want to make sure that they're 100% legit and
Right.
stuff. So.
Right.
That sounds more secure than actually meeting somebody in person.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Because if I had a little background check ran
Right.
on you, that makes me feel a little bit more secure.
it might keep
you
you wasting
know.
your time if
Cuts
it's something
down on
you're
your
not.
own detective work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know,
that's-
but women are detectives anyway.
We are
we're
natural.
very
We
awesome
know
stuff,
everything.
you
We'll
know.
find out everything.
So.
So yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, that's definitely good to know about the site that you guys do those type of checks so that
Yes.
you don't have a big pool of, just bad people in
Yes.
general
Mm-hmm.
who are
Doing
kind of
bad
fishing
things.
around to
Yes.
get into your personal life.
Right,
Right.
yeah,
Want
to
that.
try to ruin or corrupt you, and no, we want to prevent
Right.
that and make it,
Right.
just a really good moral value type site to where you can find genuine love and happiness.
Yeah.
Right.
That's awesome.
Right.
I think one of the biggest things people worry about with online dating, we've all seen it, catfish. That is like the
Exactly.
biggest thing that we worry
Yes.
about. It's like,
I've had
who's
it
this
happen to
person?
me. Yes.
Oh wow,
No,
really?
where the person wasn't actually real. That once you actually meet him, and it's just like, wow, and all that
Yeah.
time being wasted and stuff
Yeah.
like that. too.
Definitely. So that's a question that I actually wanted to ask you guys because I know that you are with the Gigi Cupid dating site. So there has to be, or is there any inspiration personally behind the online dating and why you guys want to be
Yes,
interactive
there is
with it?
inspiration. The actual co-founder, Melanie Hilton, she actually found her true love from another country. So that's why
Wow.
she had started it, because
Okay.
it happened to her as well as plenty other people
Right.
within the 15 years that we've been on. And that's the reason why she wanted to get it started, because she found her true happiness and true love, and that's what got her started in wanting, because she would
help
love
others.
for everybody else,
Right.
because love and happiness conquers anything.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's very
No, I
true.
definitely believe
So
that.
that's how it actually got started, and that's
I
100%
see.
true.
Okay, that's pretty awesome that you can have that type of experience and inspiration to want to give and bring the same type of joy to
Right.
the world, because
Yes.
it is, in all actuality, the world is such a big place. You can't meet everyone, and you don't know that the perfect person for you may be literally across the world or
Yeah.
right down the street.
Right.
We
Just
don't
never
know.
know.
So
Right.
to have that type of system where, and you mentioned earlier the tiers of how do you, I've seen that you guys have, it ranges from $10 to $15
Yes.
where you can get into different levels of where you
Yes.
have access to different things,
Yes.
which, ups your chances for
Yes.
actually finding the person
Yes,
that's
Right.
good for
because
you.
like what we were saying earlier, like on a free dating site, anything goes.
Right.
You have to get on a dating site to where you have the different channels that you can actually go through to get your feet wet,
Yeah.
and that to find true genuine love, because it's not just going to just happen and just
Right.
and then of course it just doesn't happen that way.
Right.
So and that's why a lot of these other dating sites do that to give you more percentage and a better chance.
Right.
But with ours, we definitely overlook on the activation process as far as trying and fully looking over their background before we actually activate them, so we wouldn't have that problem. So to spend the money is actually worth it to try to find true genuine love,
Right.
because if it's free, anything goes. But then if like with the other sites, but then what's different from ours is those particular reasons
Right.
and those things. Yes.
Okay. Well, this portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content and delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundPlay, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue coupled with your strategic ad is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7666 7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. So we were talking about the tiers and the way they were priced between $10 and $15, and that's really affordable because a lot of the other sites are
way
a
more
lot more than
expensive.
that.
Yes.
No,
So
it's very
what
affordable.
encouraged you to want to keep it at a pretty affordable level for people?
Well, because we realized that to make it affordable would give more of a reason for them to actually get on the dating site,
Right.
and that we realized with the inflation these days and cost of living and stuff that we wanted to make it at a reasonable price, so then that you can actually find true love, because like you said, on the other dating sites, it could be $20, $40, even $50 to where that we wanted to make it affordable for everybody, that we want to make all cultures within our matchmaking site. And that's the reason why, is just because of with the cost of living and inflation these days, that we wanted to give it a reasonable price, for people to get on and to trying to perfect match and stuff. So that's
Sounds
the
like you
reason.
guys thought of everything
I know,
from
right?
the
I was
cost
thinking
to checking out
thinking
people's
that.
background.
Yes.
Considered a lot of things
Yeah.
for the people that are actually getting on the site. And I think personally you're getting a very good value for $15.
Yes,
Yeah, that's nothing.
And I just
definitely.
feel like if you are not going to pay $15, you probably don't want to find true love.
Right.
And you're
Right.
selfish and don't
Yeah,
even think
that's
about
Right.
it.
Right.
You know,
That's
because
true.
if you're going to want to do it for free, there's no point in even getting on a dating site. You
Yes.
might as well just make an Instagram.
That's
And
true.
hop in
Just
the
do it on
DMs.
Instagram instead of on the free dating
Facebook.
site. Yes.
That's true.
Anything goes on Facebook. So if you want something for free, then go there.
Yeah.
If you want quality,
Yes,
then
quality.
pay for quality.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because
definitely.
what's $15 if you're gonna find the love of your life?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
worth it.
You know?
It's
Yes,
completely
it's definitely worth
it.
it because it could bring happiness and love. And I feel that if everybody was happy and in love, that it conquers everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Money doesn't have a price on that at all.
Right.
This is very true.
And I think it's a good thing too. Also,
If
I mean, I have
married.
friends who are single, and I was I've just been married a year, and I dated years before that. But I remember being single, and I think people are frustrated with love right now,
Yeah.
and maybe have been out of a relationship for a while, or maybe they've had a bad breakup, whatever it might be. And you said this a couple times, that you really feel like there are still good people out there wanting quality relationships, wanting marriage. So I just really like what's behind Gigi Cupid. I mean, the
Yes.
fact that you are encouraging people not to
Right.
give up on
Yes.
love, that it still exists, that you might be in a waiting period right now, but that there is still your perfect partner out there, and you're really wanting to push that and remind people of that. So I think
Yes.
that's awesome, because I know
Thank you
I know
very
people who
much.
have lost hope, and I remember a time where I
Yeah.
lost hope,
No, there
and it
is.
sucks.
And then not
you know,
only that, but being the holiday season and
Yeah.
you're single,
Yeah.
it makes you get kind of refrain from,
Yeah.
and that it could be hard. But no, I appreciate those comments very, very much
Yeah.
about our dating site, and that's exactly what we're implementing and trying to do
right?
and stuff. So
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. And you've been operating for 15 years, so that alone
Yes.
says a lot.
Yeah.
Because I would
Yes.
imagine in this business, if you're not doing well, you won't last.
Yes, it will not last.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, as with most
so
businesses,
obviously
but
for 15 years, we are
Yeah.
definitely doing something really,
that
really
speaks
well.
for itself.
And yes, and we're, like I said, with those things, we're trying to be definitely unique and genuine and then real. So that's
Yeah.
what we want to express, is to be real and then to find true love
Right.
and happiness and stuff.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes. And
Yes.
it does take time. Nothing happened overnight.
No,
It doesn't.
Even
no.
if you're on online dating someone rather
Yeah.
than in person, because it may be, like you mentioned before, you may have a little bit more free time to send someone I don't know, a message
To interact,
over
yes.
Gigi Cupid than you would to meet them in person. But we do have to take in account that it takes time.
It does
It
take
does.
time.
You will not
It
get
doesn't
on
happen
tomorrow
overnight.
and meet
Right.
someone and be in love.
And that what
No.
I would definitely thank you for bringing that up, is that to take your time and to kind of see around, and then when you do have that downtime, just kind of communicating and to see where it goes, and to that it doesn't happen overnight,
Right.
and then just to kind of take your time, and that it will work out. So
Right.
if you just give hope,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's good feedback.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you guys, I think we have got a lot of very good information. For sure, you want to go and check out the Gigi Cupid dating site. You just got all the juice right here about how it was run, what their intention is, and that they actually want to genuinely help you find true love. So definitely go and check them out. I will give you guys the floor again to let all of our viewers know how we can access the site, the actual website, maybe if I have said it wrong. We do have it on the video too, so you guys can find it. But just go ahead and let the viewers know again how we can connect with you on Gigi Cupid.
Yes, just go to www.ggcupid.com. And if you go there, it's where good guys meet good girls, and that you will find that matchmaker in heaven. So if you go to www.ggcupid.com, that's where you will find the dating site, and then just go ahead and sign up today. And then, like I said, we will overlook you signing up, and then if you're legit as far as the background check, that we will activate you. And so that's where you go, is www.ggcupid.com.
And you have an Instagram account too. So what kinds of things do you share on there?
We show testimonies
Okay.
and stuff like that. So yeah,
So
if you go to the
follow that too.
Instagram, you will see the testimony just as well as on the dating site.
Okay,
Sounds good.
awesome. Well, you guys, you know how to connect, you know how to find your soulmate. So
Yes.
go ahead and get started.
Give it a try.
Remember, $15 is not a value on your love. It will definitely be much better if you just go ahead and pay for the site. And we thank you all for joining us, and we will see you again next week on another episode of All Things Beauty.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.